you
now.
eventually went to ACS, right?
I did.
What was that?
My dad was an old boy over there, so and was at the Buffalo.
Yeah. I was from Buffalo too.
Really?
My year was year 57 before you were born.
So wait a second. So okay lah. Right. Now when I went back because my son finished already, but when I went back a couple of times, it was completely unrecognized.
They rebuilt the whole thing.
So the tuck shop, quadrangle, all the school field, everything's gone.
School field's gone.
School field's gone, and now in its place right now, I think there's a big multi-story car park. Is there on top of that? There's a swimming pool, right?
Yeah.
And apparently the clock tower, they demolished it and moved it like a few meters, and then rebuilt it. You know better.
Yeah.
How? But no, I mean to answer your question, growing up with ACS was space. And I remember, I didn't do it personally, like catching spiders, stuff like that. Hantan bola, jate. All right. And you had space for that.
Were you in sports or?
No, I wasn't particularly a very
were you
athletic. No, I don't know why. Growing up, I was one of the shorter ones in class. And so every time you lined up, the teacher would ask you, line up, sit in front. The shorter ones sit in front, taller ones at the back.
Mr. Ratnam, did you say?
Oh, yes. My goodness.
Yes, do you know that he's the grandfather of Tharman?
Oh, really?
Yes.
The science teacher?
Yes.
Oh, now when you mentioned it, yeah, it does strike that resemblance, right?
Yes.
He used to teach us science, physics, and was it chemistry? I've forgotten already. But in any case, I must say that I enjoyed the phase. I'm afraid to say that I can't say the same for my son because since then things have been very different.
Things have changed a lot.
Yeah. And as I said, the space afforded you that time as well.
When you talk about space, what do you mean?
If you look at where the present
physical space.
Physical space. A dorm has come up for international students, and everything is chock-a-block, right? There isn't room for you to go and play and wander around. I don't know if you remember, but the school field walking down Essamon Lake, it was one of the most rustic, and then there was an outhouse over there that's almost derelict, but so it was just haunted, that kind of thing. But that's what I mean. You could go out and really explore.
So who are some of the classmates that are in the public view nowadays?
Alvin Yeo, the late Alvin Yeo, passed away, the PAP MP. Yeah, I think he passed away. He was my classmate. And if I'm not mistaken, somewhere down the road there, Ang Peng Siong came up, swimmer. But he left us in secondary school or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So those my year, not very many people have taken that public office role.
Yeah. So, the joke that we all have is that ACS boys went into business and RI boys went into the government.
That seems to be the conventional say. Although of course I know a lot of schoolmates.
I don't know about your time, but my time, the ACS student character was kind of irreverent, playful, right? I don't know about your time.
There was one. I remember one incident. I think Raffles Institution, but one of their buildings caught fire. During school assembly, somebody said everybody put it in claim responsibility. So that was the kind of, and I remember during those days, oh my goodness, rugby. Whenever we were out in St. Andrews, RI.
Oh.
Yeah, or the whole school just gearing up for it, and then after that the withdrawals over there. But you know, we all took it in the spirit of
Yeah. I mean, ACS versus RI in rugby, that's really an occasion for
and you always get your fights and that kind of thing. It's just a lot of rivalry, but at the same time, I think it was very.
No, this is very important because I think your school background, your childhood background, they offer some indications as to your tenacity, your what should I say, your courage to go against conventions. I mean, so basically, where does your fighting spirit come from?
I don't know. I mean, I'm
Because
none of my
the title of your book, Never on Bended Knees. That's very clear that you have this fighting spirit in you.
I look back at my own family history, very few of them, although okay lah, you go back, talk about my great grandfather, he was one of those people who organized that for Sun Yat-sen. And he was one that started one of the regional newspapers here in Singapore. But apart from that, I cannot see, I haven't found anybody who's really actively engaged in politics, much less, coming out and trying to swim upstream.
No, not just politics. Were you a fighter in school?
Got into a couple of fisticuffs. Got in a couple of fisticuffs. But
you know, lead a kind of gang?
No, I mean, no.
Gang leader?
No, I mean.
Oh no, my time there's plenty of gangs.
Just to paraphrase, we are not gangsters, that.
Yeah.
But then, okay lah, we weren't exactly angels lah.
Yeah.
But at this time it was all in good fun, And after that, I remember getting into a couple of sessions with guys, and after we put our hands around each other and they're okay lah, let's go for our little touch up and eat together, that kind of thing. So nothing was ever taken from it. There was always that rivalry that we would, And also, okay, because I was in NPCC, that National Police Cadet Corps, and we would organize camps during school breaks, and then St. John would organize their camps. The National Cadet Corps, and at night we would organize, wait until everybody's asleep, and then we organize raiding parties. You know how, it's 15-year-olds, what they're up to. We'll go over there, we'll put chili into their boots, smear, Colgate onto their faces and that kind of thing. But everything I just remember was good fun. Yeah, and come back to class again. So recently, that year just got together here for our reunion. And some of them for 40 years. We still see each other, and then right now just reminisce with old times. And yeah, so it's that kind of camaraderie